Ciao a tutti! Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you a very confusing subject. I'm going to be talking about pronouns, but pronouns that look like this. Glielo, melo, velo. Ooh, those are terrible, aren't they? I mean, those can be very confusing. Those in Italian are called pronomi doppi or pronomi combinati. If you don't know what they are, then you're on the right video, because today I'm going to be explaining to you how to create these and how to use them. The first thing that we need to know is, what in the world is a pronoun? A pronoun is a word, a little word that you can use as a substitute for something else that has already been mentioned in the conversation, okay? In this specific combo of pronouns, you need two different types of pronouns. You need to use the indirect pronouns and the direct pronouns. Let's look at what these are, and then we're going to learn how to merge them together to create all those difficult, tricky, combined pronouns. Let's look at the indirect pronouns. The indirect pronouns written out for each subject are mi, ti, gli, le, ci, vi, loro. In this last option, I will say loro or gli, because there's a little debate going on. Some grammar books prefer loro, so in the grammar books you might find loro. Very often you will also find gli. Don't worry about it, just be aware that you have these two options. Those are the indirect pronouns. What about the direct pronouns? The direct pronouns are mi, ti, lo, la, ci, vi, li, le. We're not going to use all of the pronouns, but we're going to select the ones that we need to create the combined pronouns. You're going to take all of the indirect ones. So you're going to take mi, ti, gli, ci, vi, li. We're going to use li for this lesson. And then we're going to use lo, la, li, le for the direct pronouns. Let's see what happens when we put them next to each other. So your options are mi plus lo, la, li, le, ti plus lo, la, li, le, and so on. Now, this is not the finalized version of these combined pronouns, because you are going to change a little letter. Let's take mi plus lo as an example, and then this is carried out on all of the other ones. Mi plus lo will actually become me lo. So you're eliminating the I and you're putting the I. Me lo. Same thing with the second person. Ti lo. You're going to take away the I and it's going to be te lo. This is the exact same thing with all of the other ones, also when it changes gender and number. Okay, so when it becomes singular and plural or masculine and feminine. Be careful, because this happens only with mi, ti, ci, and vi. And you're always going to keep them separated like this. With the third person singular and the third person plural, you have glielo, gliela, glieli, gliele. And in this case, it's one word. So you're basically merging it together and it's becoming one word. Now, when do you need to use these pronouns? You're going to use the combined, the double pronouns when you have two pronouns inside of the same sentence. Your order will always be that you have first the indirect pronoun and then the direct pronoun. I'm going to show you some sentences, some examples, and I'm going to show you the reasoning behind the pronouns and how we're going to use them. Let's look at this first example. Mi leggi la lettera della nonna? Now, this sentence is perfect, okay? There's no grammatical issue with it. If you're in a conversation and so you have already mentioned certain things, you can also say me la leggi. Me refers to me, so I'm asking you to read me, the letter, and la refers to the thing that I'm asking you to read, in this case, the letter. Me la leggi. Let's look at another example. Hai dato I libri a Paolo? Sì, glieli ho dati. Your combined pronoun is glieli. Gli refers to Paolo. Li refers to the books. I gave Paolo the books. I gave them to him. Chi ti ha dato I fiori? Me li ha dati Maria. Who gave you the flowers? Maria gave them to me. So, me is to me. Li refers to the flowers. One last example. Quando ci porti I soldi? Ve li porto subito. When are you bringing us the money? I'm bringing them to you soon. So, ve li porto. Ve refers to you in the plural form. Li refers to money. Okay? So you have to be very careful and keep in mind what you are substituting and if it's a singular, plural, masculine, or feminine thing or person that you're referring to. Be careful with the position of these pronouns. These pronouns will be in front of the verb when we have an indicative form, a subjunctive form, or a conditional form. For example, I can say te lo dico, indicative form, te lo before the verb. Se te lo dicessi, in this case I'm showing you of the same positioning but with a subjunctive. Te lo direi, and with the conditional form. So with the indicative form, the subjunctive form, and the conditional, you're going to use them before the verb. They will go after the verb, or also they can merge into the verb when you have an infinitive, an imperative, or a gerund. Look at these examples. Non posso dirlo, dirglielo, dicendotelo. Okay, I know that I gave you a lot of information to think about. This was a review video because I gave it for granted that you already knew how to use correctly the indirect and the direct pronouns. I do have specific videos on that with all the information about those two pronouns. So if you need to have more information on that, I suggest that you also look at those videos. This is it for today. If you have any questions, please ask. I suggest that you practice these and that you just write a couple of sentences in the comments below. You can use those sentences as practice, or you can write a comment if you need for me to give you more information on this topic. Okay? See you next week. Un bacio.